Hi Taurus, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of May 13th through the 19th. This is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, and Taurus Rising signs. So Taurus, if you happen to have a birthday this week, happy birthday. I am using the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot along with the Moonology Oracle cards for this reading. All right, Taurus, so at the bottom of the deck, I do have the King of Wands. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a fire sign person, so Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Let's see here. Some of you definitely could be dealing with a Leo. We have some Leo energy here. Let's see what's underneath the King of Wands. Okay, interesting. All right. So we have this King of Wands. Underneath the King of Wands, I do have the Knight of Swords. So for those of you that this is a character, this person could be charging forward, taking action maybe all of a sudden with the Knight of Swords energy. The Knight of Swords can be that very fast-paced, hasty, chaotic sort of energy. So you could be dealing with a King of Wands. Maybe he's taking some sort of action. Maybe he's doing something all of a sudden. For me, sometimes the Knight of Swords can be someone who's a little bit reckless. So yeah, so just, take caution here with this person. This could be someone around you who's acting a little hastily here this week. For those Taurians, especially those Taurian males that you have fire in your chart, my advice would be to sleep on it. And I say that because here we have the Nine of Swords underneath the Knight of Swords. So those Taurian males that have fire in their chart, this can be like a very impulsive energy. So, if you are charging forward, if you are taking action, my advice would be to sleep on it, to think about this through thoroughly. Here with the Nine of Swords, for those of you that are making moves, taking action, the Nine of Swords can speak about those sleepless nights, you even fearing the worst, worrying quite a bit. So before you take take action, make any sudden moves, my advice would be to sleep on it here this week, not to make any hasty moves, Taurus. In particular, that's those Taurian males who have fire in their chart. Now, maybe some of you other Taurians are dealing with a King of Wands. Here, the overall energy is the Six of Swords. So this is interesting. Six of Swords as the overall energy, which for me can sometimes speak about physical travel. And so I'm definitely reading for some Taurians that maybe you're moving away from a King of Wands. For some of you, could be moving away from a King of Wands. Others, you could be moving towards a King of Wands, or maybe even traveling to see a King of Wands here this week. But I say moving away for some of you, or if this is your significant other, if you went through some challenges, the Six of Swords speaks about, for me, it's a 6. So sixes speak about harmony and balance. And so if there were challenges or difficulties, if this is your significant other or someone close to you, this is like things moving forward and you moving away from those challenges or those difficulties. So if this is your partner, things will improve here this week. The energy will improve for you guys. Others, you could be moving away from this King of Wands. And I say that because we do have the Nine of Pentacles here. So the Nine of Pentacles for me is like one of my single status cards. It's a very independent energy. So here we have the Nine of Pentacles along with the Seven of Swords. So that's quite an interesting combination, Taurus. And so both of these for me are very independent energies. And so that's why I say for some of you, I feel like you're maybe moving away from this King of Wands. And the Seven of Swords is not automatically negative. It's certainly not. It can be some Taurians taking a risk. You're moving forward. Maybe you're taking a gamble here this week. Remember, really, though, no hasty moves. You know, that's just some advice for some of you. I wouldn't make any hasty moves here with this energy because for some of you, there could be regrets. Still move forward. For some Taurians, you're maybe paving your own way here, making your own way, creating your own path here. And with the Nine of Pentacles, that certainly could be like on the business front for some of you. Here we do have the King of Pentacles. So definitely reading for some male Taurians here this week. You might have fire in your chart. But other Taurians, I feel like this is maybe within your career, or if you're a business owner, there could be some Taurians that you're maybe going to be moving down a new path. You could be starting a new business. Other Taurians, because, you know, it's a general reading, we do have the Seven of Swords with the Sun. And so the Sun, for me, sometimes can come in and it can highlight certain things. It shines its light on certain things that we need to be made aware of, you know, at the right time, at the time in which we're meant to know. And so there could be some Taurians that maybe you're finding something out. You could be finding something out about this King of Wands. Other Taurians, maybe you're dealing with an air sign energy. So yeah, you could be finding something out. And with the Seven of Swords, for me, it's a very neutral card. But those of you that are finding something out, you know, you could be finding out that maybe someone was deceiving you, or someone was trying to get away with something. This Seven of Swords shows this person very much as like a rebel. He can be a little bit, or she in this deck, she in this deck can be a little bit of like the lone wolf. Again, this independent energy, some of you Taurians, you know, you might be the lone wolf here. You could be moving forward by yourself. Maybe you're going to be taking a risk. We do have an ace here, so this speaks about new beginnings with the Ace of Wands. This is like a new adventure, an exciting new path. And, you know, what's interesting is we have the Five of Pentacles here. So for those of you that this is on the business front or something career related, you know, you could be leaving a job. Five of Pentacles, there was a lack. Maybe some of you were like overworked, underpaid, or just underpaid, not feeling financially secure. And so that could be why we see maybe some of you moving on. Some of you Taurians may be going to be starting your own business. But we have this ace, we have this one, and then we also have death. And so death obviously speaks about great change. Something leaving your life, creating that space for something new to come in. And so for some of you, there was this lack. There was this lack. For those of you that this is on the relationship front, a relationship could have been lacking. Maybe some of you maybe even felt abandoned by someone. But we have death here, which speaks about endings and new beginnings, great change. And then we do happen to have the Three of Cups here. So this is interesting. And so this can be a friendship. For those of you that it's not on the career front, maybe there's a friendship. Maybe there's a relationship that's coming to an end. Maybe some of you Taurians maybe feel abandoned by someone. Other Taurians, maybe a relationship was lacking in some way. It was lacking. Now we do have the Sun with the King of Wands here. So for some of you, it could be with the Leo. Maybe a relationship was lacking. Maybe some of you, you know, felt abandoned in some way. And if you are just a Taurus that was feeling challenged, for some of you, we have this very powerful energy coming in. And so something could be coming to light here this week. For some of you, could be finding something out. But this challenging time with the Five of Pentacles and death is coming to an end. So those of you that were struggling financially, or maybe you felt all alone, down and out, unlucky, whatever, challenges you were faced with, whatever you were feeling, I feel like this is coming to an end. We have death, which is a very powerful energy. And then we have the Ace of Wands. And so we see you moving forward down a new path. For some of you, you could be taking a risk here. And with the Three of Cups, this can speak about reunions, reuniting with someone. So for those of you that it's not on the business front or not career related, you could be leaving someone, you could be moving towards someone new. Or just maybe meeting up with like an old friend with the Three of Cups. It doesn't even have to be on the relationship front. The Three of Cups for me is very much like the friend zone, the friendship card. And so for some of you, you could be meeting up with like an old friend here this week. Let's pull you an additional guidance card. For those Taurians that are doing well, and maybe it's your birthday this week, I could literally be reading for like a handful, if that, a few Taurians that this is you, like maybe, well, it could be sudden. It could be sudden here for some of you with this energy. This could be you traveling, maybe you're thinking it's my birthday, I need to get away. For some of you, I see you traveling to, like a beautiful sunny climate. And so, yeah, with the Five of Pentacles, it might be a little bit of an expense. But for some of you with the Nine of Pentacles, I think you're in a good place. And, you'll be able to definitely, like, recoup this money here. So some of you, you need a vacay. So I see some of you traveling. I see some of you getting away. And maybe you are ending a friendship. Maybe some of you are at this time ending a friendship or ending something here in your life. And, you might feel like it's a good time to get away. But let's pull you an additional guidance card. Very interesting reading, Taurus. We do have a full moon here this week on the 18th. But let's see. What else does Taurus need to know for this week? Additional guidance for Taurus. Okay. Interesting, Taurus. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. So that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. So we do see some of you moving on, moving forward, moving away from challenges. Something was lacking or something was challenging here with this Five of Pentacles. For some of you with the Seven of Swords, maybe someone was trying to cheat you in some way. But if that's the case with the Seven of Swords and the Sun, this is come to light, or it is coming to light here this week. Some of you are being guided to bring love into the situation, which this card for me can speak about self-love, loving yourself enough for some of you to walk away, needing to put yourself first. So this card for me sometimes speaks about self-love, but it also can speak about being compassionate and understanding, and obviously bringing love into a situation, a relationship for some of you. But this also speaks about self-love. So those of you that are dealing with like a shady character or someone trying to cheat you, you know, maybe you need to put yourself first. Others, depends on which Taurus you are and what situation you're dealing with. Others, you know, maybe you need to be compassionate or understanding. Maybe somebody, you know, did something that maybe they regret. They could have been a little bit careless. Let's see what's at the bottom. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? And it is a fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. So some of you, Taurians, could be dealing with an Aries person, but this is a fiery climax. A fiery climax, I mean, and we have death here, Taurus. So we see an ending. We see an ending. Some of you could be just, you know, doing away with someone or something here. You might definitely be putting yourself first here. Again, for me, this card can mean either or. Loving yourself, others, you know, bringing love into a situation, being compassionate and understanding. So very, very interesting, Taurus. I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. Have a great week.